I grew up in a small town tucked between flat fields and dusty roads where everyone knew each other's name and your business traveled faster than wildfire. Life was simple, repetitive: sunrises, chores, school, and the quiet hum of crickets at night. I was 12 when I first saw it, a yellow bicycle leaning against the wall of Mr. Donahue's garage sale. It was a little scuffed, a little rusty, but the handlebars shone in the sun and the basket on the front made it look like freedom. My heart latched onto it before I could think. I wanted it more than I'd ever wanted anything. But we didn't have money for wants. My dad worked at the grain elevator and Mom cleaned houses. We weren't poor, but we were close enough to know what stretching a meal meant. When I asked Mom about the bike, she just smiled softly and said, "Maybe someday, baby." That someday planted something in me. So I worked, I mowed lawns, I babysat the two terror kids down the street. I walked dogs that nearly pulled my arms out of their sockets. I saved every crumpled dollar and coin in an old peanut butter jar hidden under my bed. It took me 4 months. When I finally had enough, I rushed to Mr. Donahue's place, breathless and beaming, but the yellow bike was gone. I stood there just staring at the empty spot like maybe if I wished hard enough, it'd return. Mr. Donahue saw me and must have guessed. He said, "That old thing, sold it last week." Then he added, "It went to a good home though, kid." That night, I cried. Real hard sobs, the kind that make your chest hurt. I wasn't just crying over a bicycle. I was crying because it felt like effort didn't always mean reward. That lesson hit early. But here's the thing. A week later, I came home from school and there it was, in our yard, propped against the porch. The yellow bike, shining like magic. Turns out Mom had asked Mr. Donahue to hold it. She'd quietly worked extra hours cleaning one more house every week until she had just enough to get it for me. She didn't tell me because she wanted me to try for it on my own. She believed in me, even when the world didn't bend in my favor. I rode that bike everywhere for years. To school, to the store, to the edge of town and back. It became my symbol of effort, disappointment, and surprise redemption. When I left for college, I didn't take the bike. It stayed behind, a little dusty in our shed but never forgotten. Years later, when Mom passed, I came back to that small town. The house was quieter, older, hollow in ways that had nothing to do with walls. In the shed, covered with cobwebs and time, I found the yellow bike. The tires were flat, the chain a little stiff, but it was still standing. I cleaned it up, repainted it, and gave it to my daughter on her 10th birthday. I told her the story not just about the bike, but about grit, failure, and the mother who gave more than she had so her child could learn how to try. And now sometimes I see my daughter ride it down the street, hair flying, basket filled with library books or snacks or wildflowers. She doesn't know yet how life will try to knock her down, but she's learning how to pedal through it.